We are watching the co-main event. Juliana Pena is about to defend her title versus Kayla Harrison, or at least she's going to attempt to defend her title, right? Bruce Buffer is making the announcement. So who's here? Please make sure you comment to let us know you're here. Welcome. My name is DHamaguchi. I am a professional fighter, competitive judoka. I won senior nationals or U.S. nationals back in the day. And oh, you can see some of my boxing fights right here on this channel. Hey, Carlos, what's up? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Hello, Ankit. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. How is the sound? I got this air filter going on behind me, and it's a little bit loud. Why so late? Because it took me forever to upload my pre-fight breakdown of the main event, Marab versus Sean. I literally had to try uploading it like 8 times. It was really annoying. So it just finished uploading like literally a few minutes before I started this live. And I've been trying to do that all afternoon. So that's just one of the things with YouTube. To be honest though, I wasn't super interested in a lot of the undercard, but Ankit, which fights have you enjoyed so far? Who do you guys have in this co-main? Think Juliana's gonna beat Kayla, or will Kayla shock Juliana? I'm gonna root for Juliana. I'm not really a fan of either woman, but I just feel that Kayla showed us she doesn't have any respect. She and her team have no respect for boxing. Joshua Ben's fight was great. It was. He did live up to the hype. So I gotta give him credit for that. I don't know. But speaking of Kayla, I just have trouble accepting anybody who just shoves their hand like this in their boxing glove and does anything, hits mitts. That's definitely a super ignorant thing to do if you're sparring. I mean, no matter what, even if you're just shadow boxing, you should rack your hands. Hey Mikey, how are you? Thanks for joining us. The co-main event just started. We got Juliana fighting out of orthodox stance. Kayla, this is another problem here. She's fighting out of southpaw stance, even though she's a right-handed person, because southpaw stance is a right-handed judoka stance. That would mean that her power hand is not her dominant hand, meaning she's not a lefty, and that's her power shot. Mikey, we're just here to talk about combat sports, so I think we're gonna report you. Both women exchanging jabs right off the bat here. Kayla reaches with a big overhand left that misses. She can't afford to do that too much. Kayla with another overhand left. Juliana's using nice small steps, lateral movement to avoid those punches. Looks to me like Kayla's really loading up. She's counting on that 1-2 to land, and she mixes with the inside kick. Puts herself out of position for a moment. And Kayla just uses a 1-2 to punch her way into a clinch. She has Juliana up against the fence with strong underhook. Juliana's going to have to work really hard here to avoid a takedown. Alright, but now Kenya has one overhook. Kayla does get the takedown. So Juliana's got one underhook, or she's got double underhooks. She's going to really need to be careful here to avoid getting submitted or just dominated from above. So Kayla's got what we would call a Yoko Shiho kind of hold in judo. Kayla's back in half guard. Turning as if she's going to try for a head and arm, but she doesn't keep that. Juliana's now using a butterfly guard to defend. Juliana's now got closed guard, closed full guard. Juliana's hugging Kayla close to her. Kayla postures up for a second to break that. Juliana's trying to punch from below. Kayla postures up for a second and drops in a strike. Now Kayla's back in Juliana's closed full guard. Juliana's hugging her, hugging Kayla's head down. But this is not a position, Juliana's not winning in this position. There's a minute left to go in this first round. And it looks like it's going to go to Kayla for the takedown and just for the control on the ground. Oh, 2 up kicks from Pena. Now, I don't know why the ref intervened right there. Okay, that's strange. There's still 44 seconds left. I do not know why the referee stopped the action there. He stood both women back up. Now he's going to go talk to the officials. He's taking a point from Pena. It looks like she did 2 heel kicks to Kayla's chin here. I'm not sure why that's not allowed. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. So at this point, Kayla's most definitely winning around with that point deduction. Inside kick from Kayla. Now Kayla's bouncing around. Juliana lands goes for a nice 1-2. Neither woman has outstanding striking, to be honest. 10 seconds left in this opening round. Kayla looks a much bigger person in the cage here. Much bigger frame. Not just the height, it's the shoulders. Yeah. Juliana not looking good. Heading back to her stool. Let's see if we can listen in. Okay, the sound is really bad off the corner, people. I can't hear. They're saying it's a lot of static. Ankit says, turn off my TV in minutes. For a few minutes, don't want to fall asleep while watching. That's funny. Yeah, well, sometimes you do need to let your brain rest before the fight you really want to watch, which I assume is the main event, right? I've learned that especially during live fights, when it's a really long card, like a Dawn King card that starts at 12 noon. I mean, if you try to watch every single fight, you're like, brain is fried by the time it gets to the main event. So I learned you got to just watch a few fights at a time and give yourself a break. All right, here we go, second round. Kayla Harrison dominant in that first round, plus the ref took a point for Juliana, I guess for those up kicks, although I didn't quite understand what was illegal about them. Now, at some point in her career, Kayla's going to get herself in big trouble just throwing that 1-2, because she never comes back with a 3. And so a decent striker is going to watch for her jab left hand and counter her. Oh, and Pena just caught Kayla coming in right there with a couple of good headshots. Kayla lands a nice jab on Juliana. Not sure what Juliana's game plan is yet. Kayla's just got such a much bigger frame. Can't imagine what that weight cut is like for her. I mean, she fought judo at over 170 pounds, so it's crazy that she now cuts all the way down to 135. Right, Kayla again tries it with another one of her slightly unconventional overhand lefts. An inside kick. A lot of jab canceling going on here. And again, Kayla gets 2 underhooks, has Juliana up against the cage. Kayla's throwing knees to Juliana's torso. Juliana looks like she has double overs. Oh, no. They both have 1 under, 1 over, but Kayla still has Juliana forced against the cage. Juliana's shoving Kayla's chin back. Now she has a wizard grip. Kayla maintaining that underhook. Juliana defending well with the over. Both women fighting with their free hand now. But Pena can't afford to spend a lot of time on the cage like this just because she's down around for sure. And she might be down by 2 points. Oh, Kayla does get a takedown. She has Juliana right against the cage. Juliana has close full guard. I don't know that Juliana has any subs from bottom position, so I don't know how helpful this is for her. Kayla's trying to throw elbows from above, so Pena holds her head, tries to hook her head, but Kayla's posturing up enough to get some distance. Now Kayla's trying to rain down some ground and pound. But Pena is using her legs well to defend. She has one of Kayla's hands. She's making as if she's going to go for an armbar, but she just does not have good position right there. Kayla has Juliana on all fours. She gets 1 hook in. Not good for Juliana. She gave up her back, and now Kayla's trying to work into a rear naked choke position. And just on her strength alone, oh now, Pena's turning on her back a bit. Kayla's got good leverage here. She can afford to wait and just wait for Juliana to tire her out a little bit. Another dominant round for Kayla, so this is not good. There's about a minute left. Kayla makes it, if Juliana makes it to the end of this round, she's down 2 rounds, quite deep. Okay, right now she's got half butterfly guard on Kayla, kind of fending her off a bit, but Kayla's going for the head and arm choke. Even though she doesn't have the best position, now Kayla's trying to wiggle her leg out of Juliana's guard. Juliana's just defending barely. It looks like she'll make it to the end of this round. There's about 13 seconds left. Oh, and Kayla passes the side control. Oh my goodness, and that's it. She taps Juliana Pena out with, I'm not sure if that was a Kimura or what that was. Holy cow. Kayla Harris did it. She's UFC champion. How about that? Well, Donald Trump and Hunter Campbell are applauding. I mean, gotta give her props. She made her tap. It's irrefutable if you make somebody tap. Juliana's corner's hugging her up. I thought maybe Pena could hold it out to the end of that round, but. And the women acknowledge each other. I can't imagine what Harrison's going to do now. She's probably going to call out Amanda Nunes. I doubt she can ever get past Amanda, if Amanda's back in her best form. I'm eating some ice cream that's non-dairy. I don't know what Juliana and Killer are telling each other, but they're having a long, close conversation. No, I just don't like, I stay away from dairy, gluten, and eggs. That's just like diet. Oh yeah, okay, so it was a little koji-gari that Kayla used to get Juliana on her back the second time around. And you couldn't really see that, you couldn't see how, I couldn't see how she had the arm tracks. Excuse me. Oh yeah, it's like a reverse, kind of like, it was a Kimura type, a figure four type arm lock slash shoulder lock. You're not allowed to do that in judo, but you could use that to kind of just pin somebody to the ground. So, well, what can we say, right? We have to congratulate Kayla Harrison on getting that job done. Still curious what that point submission was all about. I'm really not looking forward to Kayla Harrison's post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. And I really hope he doesn't invite her on his podcast, but at some point I'm sure she'll show up there. Although really, I think Joe should have Amanda Nunes on. I don't know. That's just me. Oh God, and there's Ali Abdelaziz, Kayla's manager. There's a lot of controversy about Abdelaziz because he claimed that he was an Egyptian, on the Egyptian judo team and all this stuff. And way back when, there were people in the judo community that were just saying, who is this guy? You know, he's full of crap. All right, I'll listen to her. Okay, so I don't want to listen to Kayla. Sorry, guys. Well, Kayla just tapped Juliana out, so she's the undisputed UFC champion. She's a very big 135er. Honestly, don't think if Amanda Nunes is back in her best form, I don't think Kayla gets past her. The question is, can Amanda Nunes get back to that? If she's able to, then Amanda beats Kayla all night long with the striking, if Amanda's back on point. Well, now she's going to quote John 3:16. So, anyways, Ankit says, cut them both from their roster. Well, you mean Juliana and Kayla? Alright, so. Well, now Joe's going to ask her more questions. So Joe just asked Kayla what she and Juliana said after the fight, and then Kayla said they prayed for each other. And they cut to Amanda Nunes plotting. Oh, she's calling out Amanda. Kayla's calling Amanda into the cage. She's saying this is the next fight. Amanda's not. She's like, what? Kayla keeps going, come here, come here. Oh, and then she comes in, they shake hands, they hug each other. And Nunes is taller than Kayla, so I don't know if she's wearing heels. Amanda says something like, we knew this was going to happen, right? Alright, so Amanda shakes her hand again. It's like they're trying to do the boxing thing and have somebody come in the ring and call them out and say, make a fight, like, make the next fight. So now they're doing their face-off. Good promo for their match if it gets made. Well, there we go. Okay, so the only thing left is the main event. Now, you guys tell me, do you think Kayla Harrison is sincere or not sincere? What's the main event? It's Merab and Sean O'Malley rematch. Oh, is that Jimmy Pedro in there? Ah, Jimmy and Jimmy Pedro. Both the Pedros are in the cage along with Mike Brown. I guess that's well deserved for Jimmy Pedro Jr. because she was the main judo coach for Kayla, and of course Jimmy Sr., Jimmy Pedro's dad, Jimmy Sr. Has been working with Kayla all along. And there we have Donald Trump in the house, of course, just across the bridge or across the tunnel, whatever. Newark, New Jersey's right across from New York City. Donald Trump's old stomping ground. So, sure, Newark is very familiar to President Trump. Okay, next up we got the main event. O'Malley's favored to win by striking, it looks like. Now we're cutting to warm-up footage in the back. We got Merab throwing punches at the camera. I think it's Aljo in the back. We got Sean O'Malley with his sunglasses and his earphones on. Oh, Kayla Harrison taking a picture with Donald Trump. How about that? We're on commercial break, so if you're here, please say hi so we know who's here. I know Carlos is here, Ankit's here. Who else do we have on this live watch party for UFC 316? Did you guys catch any boxing action earlier? I heard somebody failed to make weight by like 3.5 pounds, which is ridiculous. How do you miss weight when you're defending your belt by that much? I can understand if you miss weight by like 0.5 pound, but that's crazy. Kid's asking, what's my prediction? Yeah, Carlos, Keyshawn Davis missed weight. I'm rooting for Marab. I can see Sugar Sean pulling it off, but I'm rooting for Marab for sure. Who do you guys have in the main event? You got Marab or you got Sean? Advertising for Secrets of the Pub Kitchen. You guys ever eat any food in the pub? I can't say I ever have, but the food they're showing on that little TV show looks pretty good. Alright, did you guys catch any other boxing in the UK either last night or today? Ankit's going for Sugar by a KO in the 3rd round. All right, you might get your wish. It could happen. I was pretty impressed at how much bigger Kayla looked than Juliana. I mean, it's got to be a heck of a weight cut that she does to get down to 135. Okay, so now we're cutting to some fight highlights of their previous fight, when Marab really beat Sean, just dominated. I don't know that even with 100% hip surgery, 100%, I don't know that Sean O'Malley can prevent Marab from taking him down. But to his credit, Sean was able to land some strikes straight up the middle, as we say. So I trust that Marab maintained the same focus as he always does for every camp. All right, Carlos, who are you rooting for? You got Marab or you got Sugar Sean? Who else is here? Please say hi so we know who's here. I'm going for Marab, just for the record. See, Sugar's pretty much demonstrating exactly what I said is the issue here, which is that he ends on a hard right hand. I mean, I know that's his money punch, but when you practice, you should also practice throwing the left hook or something behind that right hand. I mean, O'Malley is freakishly long and lean. He's really not built to be a grappler. Carlos. Sorry, I don't follow UFC. I'll watch a big fight once in a while. My brother is a bigger UFC fan, so sometimes I'll see fights he sees. Oh, I got it. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not really into it, I definitely wouldn't pay for this. You can probably catch it. You could catch all the replay on YouTube tomorrow, or later tonight, probably. If you feel like staying up that late. All right. Well, just to give you a simplistic overview, Carlos, this is a Georgian guy with a wrestling background versus an American guy with more of a striking background. The Georgian guy is built like a wrestler, and the American guy is like very lean. I would say almost unathletic looking, like that skinny. But he's an effective striker, especially with his 1-2. All right, so Sean O'Malley's making his way to the cage now. Can't quite figure out what his walkout song is, but that's okay. No, you got it, Carlos. I appreciate you being here. So who else is here on our chat? We have Ankit and we have Carlos. Guys, you see congratulate Carlos on getting his orange belt. That's that cool little icon right next to his name. And thank you so much, Carlos. Really appreciate the love. That is awesome. Oh, of course. Sorry, don't apologize for being generous. Every little bit helps, and every penny helps. So I appreciate you always being consistently generous in our lives. So don't forget, you guys, you can always leave a super chat like Carlos just did, or you can put a super thanks on any one of the videos on the channel. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we drop our latest and greatest content. And then you'll also know when we go live the next time. Most of the time when I do a live, it's for fights. Every now and again I'll do kind of a random live, but that's not at all typical. So I don't do a fixed live stream time. It just depends when the fights are on. Typically it will be on the weekend, right? Because 9 times out of 10 the fights are on Saturday night. Okay, so if you'd like to get a cool little belt icon just like Carlos, make sure you hit the join button as well. And when you do that, automatically you will get your white belt. Okay, looks like Mike Beltran is the ref. Sean O'Malley has on his bright pink tight trunks. He has entered the cage. It's really nice of the UFC to make all the lights pink just for Sean. It's pretty amazing when the whole stadium coordinates with your color scheme of your fight trunks. I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but pink is supposed to be bad luck in boxing. That's what somebody told me a long time ago. So that's why boxers never used to wear pink. Alright, so Sean is walking around in the cage. And I assume that we will bring Marab out in a moment. Okay, here we go. The lights are all dimmed. lights go to red for Merab. Here comes Merab with his fuzzy hat. I can't remember the name for those. Again, there's so much echo in the background, I can't really tell what his walkout song is. Oh, Carlos is saying red is some kind of witchcraft. That's why Julio says that Chavez Sr. used to wear a red headband as walkout. Oh, really? I mean, I thought that was just, is that like a traditional Mexican thing to have that thing? I've seen more than a few fighters use that. But what's up with that? Tell me more about that. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Alright, Merab is coming out with his red trunks with, white trunks with a red trim. Of course, the UFC is going to definitely make a champion a pair of custom trunks, right? I hope he did his due diligence in training camp for this one. Alright, here we go. Merab's getting ready. Oh, he's got Ray Longo working his corner. That's a good thing. Happy to see that. I'm not sure who Merab is gesturing to in the audience. Ref is getting ready to put some of these on him. Or the cut man, rather. Okay, Carl says, no, I think Curandera healer told him to wear red for his Rosario fight. I think he just kept doing it. Okay, got it. Interesting. That is super interesting. So, is that like, not trying to be insulting, I just seriously don't know. But is that like a Santeria thing? Because I had some friends in New York who, actually in New York City, Santeria is definitely like pretty common. Like, you can get those, oh, okay, cool, yeah. You know, like, you can get those 7-day candles with the saints, all the different saints and different colors and stuff. And, like, it's not considered witchcraft, really. It's just sort of like, it's like normal. Because you can get those 7-day candles with the saints on it. You can get that everywhere, like at your corner bodega in New York City. Like, in other words, your corner store that's open pretty much 24/7. They used to be just $1. I'm sure they're probably way more than that now. They're probably like $3. Yeah, they ever turn your lights off and you need something, right? So people, I don't know, people will always have those 7-day candles. But they can be dangerous because, like, when the wick gets down to the glass and it burns out towards the end, it can like crack the glass, and then the flame from the candle, depending where you put the candle, it could start a fire. And sadly, more than a few house fires have started that way. All right, this is the main event. Who's joining us here? The one and only Nicole. Hey, how are you doing? So we're here watching main event of UFC 316. I don't know anybody named Alpha Kenny. Are you into boxing or MMA? This is the UFC fight. Alright, so they deleted their message. Hey Charles, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. We're watching the main event of UFC 316. It's Merab fighting Sean O'Malley. So how are you doing, Charles? Did you watch any of the boxing fights earlier? Alright, we got Bruce Buffer introducing the fighters. Merab looks hungry. Sean is doing some weird things with his arms. Kind of a weird dude. I'm super not fond of Sean O'Malley's coach. So-called coach. He's more of his buddy than a coach. Charles says he had a family member in the hospital. I'm so sorry to hear that, Charles. I hope they're okay. Hope you're doing okay too, of course. Alright, so now Bruce Buffer is introducing Sean O'Malley. Who do you guys have in this main event? Do you have Merab or Sean? I think Ankit says he has Sean. I'm rooting for Merab. How about the rest of you guys? Well, my pick is Merab. I mean, I can see Sean getting a one-strike KO, but I'm definitely rooting for Merab. And I think he has what it takes to beat Sean again. Ankit says, I love both of them. Yes, exactly. Unlike the co-main event, where we didn't like either woman. I don't know if it's just that Juliana and Kayla just... There's something unattractive about the way they just talk so much or how they present themselves, but I don't know if they think that's how they're supposed to come off on camera, but in any case. Charles says he has no horse in this race. Okay, fair enough, Charles. Alright guys, we're about to get underway here with this main event in Newark, New Jersey. Merab defending his belt versus Sugar Sean O'Malley, who's wearing bright pink. Can Sean do it? Here we go, both men fighting out at orthodox stance. Right away, Sean approaches Merab. Merab is starting to use that lateral movement. Both men bouncing around, trying to gauge distance. Sean opens up with a spinning back kick. It's an interesting opening move. Sean momentarily switches into southpaw stance to move laterally. Lots of little jittery, feinting motions from both men. Now, Sean is the one moving around laterally on the outside. Sean's trying to fake like he's going one way to his right, then cuts back to his left. Now, for whatever reason, okay, he's moving laterally and comes in with a big 1-2, that's Sean O'Malley. Which is an interesting strategy for somebody who's so tall and lean. Sean connects with a jab, throws a rear kick. Merab is staying right in front of him though. Nice long jab from Sean. Merab comes back. Then Sean with a right hand to the body. Sean using lots of lateral movement. And Merab just staying right on top of him, trying to cut him off with hooks. Sean made Merab miss right there. Merab threw a 1-2-3. Sean's trying to be elusive, and then suddenly cut in with his right hand. Looks like that's the game he's playing here right now. He's moving around on the outside. Rob just staying right on top of Sean. Oh, Rob briefly gets Sean down. Sean pops up. Rob gets the body lock. Gets Sean down right at the cage. Still only halfway through the round. Sean gets back up, but Merab has, I think he has that body lock. Yes, he does. He's throwing knees from behind. Merab just maintaining that body lock, using his head as well. Merab almost gets Sean completely off balance. The moment he's throwing knees to Sean's torso. Sean maneuvers. Oh goodness, Sean throws a kick and falls flat on his back side because he slipped. Now we're back at center cage. Sean with a nice jab, right hand, inside kick. Oh, Merab connects with a jab. Merab is just being really persistent here like we knew he would be. Got a responsible guard. Merab shoots in for a double, has Sean pinned against the cage. He's got a minute left, picks Sean up. Sean posts on one hand to avoid getting dumped, but now Sean is sitting on his rear end, right by the cage. Merab has both of Sean's legs. Merab lands some decent ground and pound from above. And now Merab is in Sean's full guard. But we learned last time, Sean does not have submission from the bottom. It's not like he's Fedor Emelianenko. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now Merab is holding Sean's head with one hand and bringing down strikes with the other. Still in Sean O'Malley's full guard. Sean's trying to strike back from bottom. Merab almost passes Sean's guard completely. Sean just has one knee posted. He's trying to get up. Turns on his front. Now Merab has head and arm, and both men get back up to their feet. That's the end of the round. 1-0 Merab, sure. Yeah, O'Malley got taken down twice. I don't know why he's not sitting on a stool. Okay, now he is. Corner's too slow. That's unprofessional. You should figure out how to get your fighter seated ASAP. Not sure if Merab has a small cut or the cut man is trying to bring down some swelling. I'm not really a big fan of the UFC cut men. Now Merab is turning and trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, talk to somebody on the outside, Aljo. Yeah, Merab's trying to talk to people outside the cage while the cut man was trying to put grease on him. Carl says I just took 9 milligrams of melatonin, so I might fall asleep listening to that just like ASMR. Wow, 9 milligrams is a lot. I think the most I ever took was 4. Alright, here we go with round 2. Merab fighting out of orthodox. Now O'Malley comes out in southpaw stance. Now Merab is the one moving around Nashville. Merab is throwing a lot of punches that aren't intended to connect. Sean tries another spinning back kick to the head. Tries an inside kick. Neither one of those lands for Sean. Merab's still using that sort of jerky movement with his upper body, trying to work his way in, close distance. Oh, one sec guys, my stream froze up. get this back. One sec. Alright, sorry for the delay. Stream is a little slow. Alright, I apologize for the delay, you guys. Searching for a different stream since that one froze up on me. You're downloading movies? Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We're back. So now Sean O'Malley's fighting out a righty stance. O'Malley on the outside, trying to be cute. He's moving, just doing the side step, cutting. He cuts one way, the other. I think Merab might be a little. Nice overhand right by Merab. Sean sneaks in a nice little left hand there. Again, Sean O'Malley circling around on the outside. Merab following and staying right on top of him. Sean escaped out the side door, but Merab's right there. As soon as he comes out. Again, Sean with a straight right to the body. Merab counters him, gets him up against the cage with double under, or under and an over. And once again, Sean's not in a position where he wants to be. Merab goes for a single, doesn't get it. Then right back, gets a single grip again, doesn't get it. Sean punches his way out of that. But Merab is still bouncing. On his feet, right on his feet. The fighters are both center cage again. O'Malley switching stances frequently now. Righty, then lefty, then righty. Merab is just sticking with orthodox. Oh. And a hook by Merab just barely misses. Merab catches Sean, almost gets him a takedown right at the end of that round. Wow, great round from Merab. For whatever reason, his cut man just pushed him all the way over. Not sure what. That was a little rough by the cut man. Not good if you get hurt by your own cut man. Alright, unfortunately, again, I can't really hear the corner work, which is disappointing. Alright, so out of southpaw stance, they're showing Sean landing a nice straight left, but Merab They also show Merab landing a couple of really nice rights. And then, of course, Merab will shoot in right off that. Okay, here we go. Ankit says, I'm not liking the way the fight is playing out. Tell me more, Ankit. Alright, here we got Sean coming out in southpaw stance. Merab still bouncing, and he goes for his patented overhand right to single, but doesn't get it. Merab double. Oh, and he picks Sean all the way up and dumps him. Oh my goodness. Now Sean has got Merab in his close full guard. Merab has been here before. Seems fine with that. Just keeping his head close to O'Malley's chest. And Merab's just going to probably stay here and just try to land a few shots every now and again. O'Malley really doesn't have a sub game for the body. So his goal is to just keep Merab in his full guard, full close maybe, and try to prevent him from landing too much ground and pound. Maybe. Just, we've got more than 3.5 minutes to still go in this round. And Merab could just ride this all out in this position. I don't think that's going to happen, but my point is he doesn't have to really work super hard here. He doesn't have to go for a sub. Merab's still in Sean's full guard. Sean is just trying to, looks like he's just trying to keep Merab there. And Sean's not trying to sweep Merab and reverse the position. He's just trying to neutralize Merab from getting too much ground and pound. But they've spent more than a minute in this position already, and this just favors Merab. Again, Merab just will wait for a moment and then start with a few punches. Well, I can't really call them punches. They're just elbows or strikes to whatever target is available to him, whether it's Sean's body or his head. Sean's trying to turn over on his front now, which is probably not a good idea. Alright, is he going to give up his back here? Oh yes, he does. And Merab still has a body lock behind Sean. I see Sean is trying to crawl to the fence, and he's going to try to use the fence to help himself get up. In the meantime, Merab has that body lock. It was not a bad game plan by Sugar Sean, because he was just, nothing was happening to him from bottom position. Now he's on one knee, one foot. He can't quite make it up all the way. Merab has got the body lock, and Merab is throwing knees. Still got the body lock. Takes Sean down. It's a back throw. I'm getting blurry a little. Sound or visual? Sorry, it's probably me. It's probably the distance from the screen. Okay, so O'Malley's on his feet, trying to get back up with the cage. Again, one of Merab's favorite positions, got the body lock. Okay, now he's got Sean back down again. Kind of in half guard. Knees from that position, elbows. I mean, this is not a pretty fight, but Merab's being effective. O'Malley on all fours. Oh my goodness. Merab looks like he might have a darce in. Don't know that he has a choke, but he at least has a neck crank type position. Oh, and O'Malley just tapped. Holy cow. I was not expecting that. I did not think Rob was going to get a sub. But I got the sub. He jumps over the cage, shaking President Trump's hand, shaking Hunter Campbell's hand. Wow. Okay, that was a shocker. I did not think Rob was going to win by submission, but he did. Good for him. He got that Darson, and O'Malley had no choice but to tap. So, what's Sean going to say now? I think that's it. You know, O'Malley's got nothing to say. All right, so O'Malley shakes President Trump's hand, shakes Hunter Campbell's hand, walks off. I hope he doesn't start his denial bullshit again about how he didn't lose. Right, both teams are shaking hands with each other. Marab climbs on top of the cage. Good for him. I mean, he got to fight. It's not totally his backyard because it's not in Georgia, but Newark, New Jersey, not that far from Long Island. It's just on the other side of the island of New York, right? Long Island is on the other side. You got to take a different bridge or tunnel to get to Long Island. On the other side of Manhattan, you go in the other direction to get to Newark. Happy. That's awesome. Ray Longo now has, well, Marab was always his champion, but I guess you could consider that now 2 times, right? What a complete dominant performance by Marab. Yeah, so while Sugar Sean was on all fours, Marab locked in a Darce from above. He's got that headlock, grabbed his own bicep, and then just cranked. I assume it was a Darce, maybe it was a neck crank. But either way, that's not comfortable. Charles says all that height advantage gets negated on the ground if you're in a cage. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter how tall you are if you're on the bottom in a cage. Yeah, you know, bottom line, guys, check out my breakdown of this fight. I mean, it didn't get uploaded to YouTube till just before I started this live stream. I was having a ton of trouble trying to upload it, so, but do check out that pre-fight breakdown. Tell me what you think, because, yeah, I did actually record it before this fight, and those are all my ideas about the fight, about how the fight could play out. So please do check that out. My pre-fight breakdown of Marab versus Sean, and do definitely let me know what you think. I'm always interested to hear you guys' comments. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please do hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. In general, I'll do a live when there's fights on that we all want to watch, whether it's UFC or boxing. But I can't set a schedule to that because we don't know when the fights are going to be on. It's not like they're on every single time, or sorry, every time at the same time on a specific day. But typically the fights are on Saturdays. So that's typically when you'll find me doing a live. Oh, okay. So Marab's giving it a very enthusiastic interview with Joe Rogan. I can't really thanks. I'm going to have to rewatch it on YouTube later. Oh, Charles says, nice nature shots. I'm glad you like them. Okay, appreciate you dropping by, Charles. Thanks for everything. All right, you guys, don't forget, you can always leave a super chat, or on the live, you can give somebody a membership. Or you can leave a super thanks on any video that you happen to like when you watch, either the short or a longer video. Ankit says it's tough to be a fight fan. Well, I mean, did you like that fight though? I mean, I thought it was a good performance by Barab. I don't know why Sean's pacing around in the cage like he wants to get an interview in with Joe Rogan, but.
You're not just maintaining your level, you're getting better. And in this fight, you showed another animal to another side of your game. You finished on the ground, which is something that you really wanted to do coming in here.
I can't understand Marab. I apologize, guys. I can't understand. He's so excited.
Well, sir, the hard work paid off, and I want you to look at it and really enjoy it. Look at the big screen. You got him down, and the moment you got him down, you secured this choke. I mean, you got him down multiple times. He did show better takedown defense in this fight. This is huge ball training. And I knew he was going to make changes because every time I lost, I make a big change and I ran for it. So, like you said, I'm getting better and better. And then I wasn't showing this technique. I have more tools in my pocket. I'm still
Yeah, I can't tell if that's a choke or it's a neck crank, but it did not look like it felt comfortable. So either way, it doesn't really matter. He made Sean O'Malley tap.
thank you so much. You're the man. Thank you. And all my team.
All right, so Marab is thanking everybody on his team. Marab is thinking of Jermaine.
Now, Marab, this is your second defense of your title, and it's very likely that your next defense will be against Corey Sandhagen.
So Rogan is saying that it's highly possible his next defense will be versus Corey Sandhagen, who's nowhere near. If that's what they give him, that's what they give him. So then Marab addresses his fellow Georgians in their native in his native tongue. All right, now for whatever reason, so he's talking to Sugar Sean now. That is Joe Rogan.
Give us your thoughts on how you felt this fight was going to go down and when it went wrong.
Yeah, Kevin. Rogan kind of called the fight, right? Sandhagen will probably be next. And you're absolutely right. Marab didn't take any damage. Wow. Sugar Sean has a real mouse underneath right here.
I'm sure you'll be back to the drawing board, and I'm sure you'll come back better than ever. This refocusing will continue, and I'm sure we'll see you again. 100%. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Sean.
It's kind of weird that O'Malley just hung around in the cage. But so be it. Usually if you lose a fight, you probably just want to get the heck out of there. Or it's kind of like the right thing to do. You know, let the winner have their moment. Alright, you guys, that's pretty much it. Any final thoughts about the card? Or the next card? I think Jai Okatai is fighting in in a few hours, like maybe 3 or 4 hours, I don't know, maybe 1 hour. I think he's fighting shortly. I don't know that I'm not going to stay up because I'm actually pretty tired. But I'd love to hear from you guys if you have any final thoughts about either this UFC card. Who do you want to see Kayla fight? Who do you want to see Marab fight? Any thoughts on the boxing business? How about Keyshawn Davis missing weight by like 4 pounds? That's pretty embarrassing if you're champ. You lose your belt on the scale. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know what it is with all these missed weights lately. I don't know, maybe it's a generational thing. All right, who is it? Yuri says Marab will remain champ for a minute, definitely. I really like Marab. I think he's figured out how to put the striking in, how to marry the striking to his game. You know, he's not trying to outstrike a striker. He's just using the strikes to get to where he wants to get to, which is his takedown. And he's unrelentless with the takedowns. So, he may not get you the first time, the second time, the third time, but he will get you. Okay, my friends, so we will go for 1 more minute and then I'm going to call it an evening because I'm actually kind of tired. Got more than a few things to get done tomorrow. I want to wish you guys a great weekend. If you're celebrating Father's Day, happy Father's Day. And just, as always, have a safe, enjoyable rest of your weekend. And yeah, definitely hit that bell so you know when we post our next bit of content in the upcoming week. Not sure that I'll do a post-fight breakdown. I'll probably do a quick recap, but the issue there is that it's really tough to upload stuff to YouTube on Sundays. It's just a traffic jam. Someone says, SB says, Umar probably crying in the corner. Ha, that's funny. He's not getting belt for quite some time. Yeah. No, he's not going to get another shot at the belt for a minute. He's probably going to have to fight his way back up. All right, Carlos, thank you so much, and thank you for your generosity. We really appreciate the super chat. And, yeah, good night, everybody. We'll see you the next time.